welcome. I am Flat Cap Callum. These are horse racing selections for Friday, the 7th of October. I am hoping you are all very, very well. All right, it is a late hour of upload. I did put a little message in the comments to say so, but yeah, because of the volume, this is the slight challenge on a busy day. It's the time and effort. So yeah, I've been beavering away for a good few hours, putting together stuff for the channel tonight. So yeah, I apologise. It's late. I guess the first thing I would say is I'm not massively worried about any of the prices crashing overnight. So if you are watching this in the morning, I'm hoping most of the prices will be similar, and there will definitely be some that will probably drift up in the morning. So there's nothing on although I've got a lot of volume coming up, there's not anything that I'm particularly concerned suddenly no one's going to get on if they don't watch the video in the first 5 seconds. We're gonna have a little go tomorrow. I say we're having a go. It's not quite like Wednesday when I found some really nice prices and I'm stringing them to go, and we're going that way. Tomorrow, for Friday, depending when you watch the video, it's a voluminous day. There's a lot of race opportunities, so I'm going for volume. I've tried to make the bets simple enough. So we've got 6 bets. It's £35 I've done it as, so it's a stake and 3/4. Yeah, there's 4 lucky 15s, 1 each way Yankee, and 1 combination bet, but I've kept that simple enough, certainly for those people who are watching the channel a lot. So yeah, and there's no additional singles or doubles on the lucky 15s as well, so they're all quite straightforward in that sense. So that's coming up. Before we do that, I'll spin through today's bets or yesterday's bets, Thursday the 6th bets, and what I'm going to try and do is spin through them quick, go through the bets quicker than what I have been doing, because my videos have been getting longer and longer, and as much as we have a few duff moments following these horses, I don't want this suddenly become like an episode of EastEnders that everyone's watching every day and encroaching into their lives. For 2 reasons: one, I don't want it encroaching in your lives, and 2, I'm certainly not going to be winning any national television awards for this channel. So I don't need to make it half-an-hour episodes. All right. What did we have for Thursday selections? It was 20 on. It was an agonisingly close 17.72 back, but there was a few close calls on that. It will vary slightly where you put the bets on, and if you took the bookmaker advice I gave out last night, you actually might have come up with a small win. So I'd be curious to know if anyone has. So bet 1, Ollie's Folly went awry again, unfortunately. Burst blood vessel last time we backed it, and this time it pulled up. So unfortunate on that one. 150 Ebony Moore, that was second. Actually went off 9-1. It was a point higher than last night. 225 Mac Ailey, that was really, really disappointing. It was like second last or something. It was backed into 6-1. So really disappointing run. And then Pearl of Qatar, I was so surprised. 28-1 was the SP. I can't believe that drifted to 28-1. I was happy. I thought 14s was a good price. 28's ridiculous. So it paid out a bit of money on that in terms of it's a place double, and then we also got an additional place double because it was on the Trixie too. But I'll be honest, I've got at any one time I've got accounts for any of the major bookmakers on the go at any time, and I don't use Coral that much. So there's other accounts I use a lot more, types of accounts I use a lot more, and I don't tend to use Coral accounts lots, and I certainly don't do it the night before. And so I advise this in terms of place terms, it was Coral or Sky Bet, because it was the same place terms. But obviously channel bets are all paged through Sky Bet. I did some of my own bets last night through Coral because there was like I said, it was a particularly good day for Coral in terms of competitiveness of extra places. And they actually paid out bog from the night before bets. So if you had done this bet the night before, it does look like you would have got bog. And if you got bog, you'd have got 9 and 28s, and therefore that would have put you into a profitable day. So it'd be great if anyone could tell me if they did put the bet on the night before. I think the caveat is I don't think they could, because there was something funny with the way that Coral were doing the bets, and a couple of viewers said, and so it wouldn't allow you last night. It did this morning to put the bet on in the combination. I didn't put this bet on last night with Coral. I did other types of bets with my Coral account, and I didn't have a bother putting the bets on. But this specific bet. So anyway, let me know. But if you did it with Coral and you got bog, you should have come out ahead, I think. And then Thurles, risk start wasn't too far away, but actually I said I thought it'd be the best of the stablemates. There was one that actually snagged a 5th place, which we weren't on. Then It's a Long Road. Ran brilliant, went from the front, and then nothing got near it. 25-1 was the SP. And I did flag that those two, and quite possibly that one, would SP bigger. They did all SP bigger. I think Himbook 2 was the same price. The other three did indeed get bigger. And I think it is an interesting point to flag that sometimes I'm picking horses because I know that they're going to shorten in, and I'm seeing value in it. But those prices, I was happy with those prices. I was happy on 14-1 with its Long Road. So I knew it would drift, but I couldn't do anything. I mean, I could have taken SP for the channel, but I didn't. I don't want to. I take the price, and it's nice and easy for me to explain I'm taking the price. So I told you guys that I thought they were going to drift. So hopefully people got on that at 25s and either did the bet in the morning or managed to get a bog bookie, because if you'd done it with Paddy Power, you would have got bog. As it was, Himbook 2, that got snagged. It looked fourth was going to get done. It was going to have 4th, and it got snagged for it by a neck, and it was 5th. So we lost out. That would have given us a profit as well for a place double. And then Chelmsford bet, so close. Dulcet Spirit was 4th, so we needed 3rd. Tahasun was 2nd, I think. 12s. Never Been to Paris was 4th, and again, if you took the advice, Coral or Sky Bet were the only ones online that paid it. So in order to get that place double, you needed Coral or Sky Bet. No one else paid it. And then Estella Star, it got boxed in, it couldn't get a clear run, and it got done by a short head. It finished 4th. 3rd would have given us a double money day back. So it wasn't to be. 20 on. 17.72 back is how I made it. If you'd done those bets, if you basically taken the bets as advised, you may well come out slightly ahead from a bookmaker point of view. So let me know. All right, moving on to Friday selections. I'm going to whiz through them quite swift. They're all Sky Bet preferable in terms of first and foremost. And then I've put the next best bookmaker. So Sky are best for places across all 6 bets. And then the next best, depending on what bet it is either tomorrow as either Paddy or 365. So Coral have had their day in the sunshine. We're back Paddy in 365 as it might often will be. So we're starting here in our afternoon York Newmarket bets. 240 York, Isle of Skye 16s, 335 Newmarket Sparkling Beauty 11-1, 410 Newmarket Haunted Dream 16s, 425 York Kim and Grace 16s, 20p each way lucky 15s, a standard channel bet. Sky best, Paddy next best, because Paddy are paying 6, same as Sky on the 240. William Hill are as well, but if you're doing it in multiples, Paddy's the only one that's going to give you bog, and they'll give you the bog the night before. So both 6 on that, standard terms on that one, and then these last 2, Sky are 6, Paddy and most other bookies are 5. So not a bad bet. I mean, standard terms across the board. The others are all 5 places on most bookies. But yeah, Paddy are better because they'll give you bog tonight and they'll give you 6 on that one. So it's only those 2 places you're losing out on. That is bet 1. And then bet 2 is the full York Lucky 15. I'm very mindful. The last couple of visits we've gone to York on this channel have not gone well. So I'm looking for some better luck at York. But the last couple of meetings at York, I've been a bit wayward. So we'll see how we go. Sky are best. Again, Paddy next best for this bet. 240, What's the Story 11-1. 350, Pons Elise Alias 11 to 1, 4.25 Cape Moss 14s, 5.35 Global Spirit 20s. It's a 20p each way, lucky 15 for bet 2. That is that one. Bet 3 is the only combination bet I've got today. I didn't want to make it too complicated because of the volume. Sky are best again, Paddy are next best on that as the last 2 bets. So these are my preferred races. I think just about 2.40 York, What's the Story 11 to 1, Isle Kai 16s, 4.10 Newmarket, Sheer Rocks 33s, Haunted Dreams 16s, 4.25 York, Cape Moss 14s, Kim and Grace 16s. And I've done that as all combinations, doubles and trebles, 15 pence each way. So that is another £6 bet. So 12 times 15p each way doubles, 8 times 15p each way trebles. You put all 6 horses in your bet slip online and it will come out with that. If you bet an in shot, you can write it out like that. Those are those. So that's bet 3. Bet 4 is then the one that sort of transitions the afternoon into the evening. So it's a mixed meeting bet. Sky are best. Massive flag on this one. If you like a price, 365 are trumping this bet. They are best price on all 4 of these horses. So if you haven't got Sky or you're happy to sacrifice a couple of extra places, because Sky are 1 better than 365 on 3 out of 4 races. I think it's only the 520, it's the same. So you're getting an extra place on 3 races, but if you bet with 365, prices are much, much better. So 4.10 Newmarket, Sheer Rocks, 33s, I think it's 40 on Sky, 40 on 365, 5.20 Downpatrick, 3 Loud Knocks, 18s, I think it's 25s on 365, 7 o'clock Dundalk, Giuseppe Cassiodi, 12s, I think it's 14s on 365, and 8 o'clock Dundalk, Shaw 25s, I think it's 33s on 365, or thereabouts. So that is the advice on that one. Sky, if you've got it for extra places, if you're happy to have a little bit of a gamble, 365, you'd get a much better price right now. Bet 5, this is the Newcastle Lucky 15. Sky best, 365, next best for places and prices. Basically on this one, Sky are 4 places on all races. Quite a lot of bookies are 4 on the 5.10 and some are 4 on the 8.15. Only Sky are 4 on those. So you're basically 365, you're getting slightly better price, but you're losing out on places on those 2 races. 5.10 Atoll Blair Boy, familiar horse to the channel, 7 to 1. 6.45 Amazemont 20s. 7.15 Silver Dust 16s, 8.15 Brazen Akoya 12s, 20p each way, lucky 15. That is bet 5. And then tonight's bet 6 is Dundalk. As you know on the channel, I've said it many times, I like Dundalk. The prices just aren't there. So the racing is even more competitive than usual, and the betting markets aren't great. So slightly different bet for Dundalk to finish us off. Sky best, Paddy next best, because again it's Sky are 2 of these races you'll get 5 places. The others are 4. Most bookies are 4 across the board. If you did it with Paddy tonight, if you've not got Sky or you want to get Bog, I think Bog might be useful, to be fair. But those 2 places also might be useful too. But I do think these aren't prices that I'm all thinking going to shorten or anything like that. They're not the best prices in the world. So 6 o'clock Scarlet Dance 8, 6.30 Rocky Dreams 7s, 8 o'clock Dragon Roll 10s, 8.30 Storm Steps 10s. It's a 20p each way Yankee. So I've done it as a Yankee and a 30p each way fourfold. So for those unfamiliar, because we don't do them that often on the channel, Yankee is a lucky 15 without the singles coverage. So it's each way doubles, trebles and an accumulator. So it's 440 because you're basically not £6, and then the extra left over. I just thought because of the prices, it's not worth doing any other extra bits on there. So we'll stick it on in a speculative fourfold. I know some of you probably cover all my bets with fourfolds anyway, because particularly when the big prices come in, you can get some really decent returns. You just have to wait a lot longer and you don't get bits in between. But that's the Dundalk bet to finish us off. So it's a £5 bet, so that one's a slightly different stake. Hopefully that is clear. All right, that is all the racing. As usual, any questions, shove them in the comments. I know there'll be new people watching all the time, so if you've got any questions, you want to clarify anything around horse selection or how I've done the bets, anything like that, then feel free to put it in the comments. What I would say is if you're fairly new to betting, I think you can just about follow what we're doing. Somebody messaged the other day, it's their first day of betting. I think this would be too much. It would blow your mind on the first day of betting, certainly with all the different terminologies and stuff. But I think if you are really, really new and you're not getting it all, just watch for one and see, and then feel free to ask any questions, and I'll explain as we go. But yeah, we're 96 ahead this week, but we've got 35 investment tomorrow. It's likely to be double stake Saturday, I think. And then Sunday doesn't look too bad. There's no Irish race on Sunday, but it doesn't look too bad in terms of the UK. Certainly Southwell and Goodwood got potential. And the meeting, actually, the jumps meet at Frostlass, not bad. So, it was still kind of all to play for. I mean, we're well ahead for the week. But it could all go very, very bad in the next couple of days. And York's on tomorrow. I mean, come on. All right. That's it for me. I will see you now. No video Friday because these are Friday selections. And then I'm back Saturday morning. Video upload by 11 is the plan for Saturday's racing. I will see you then. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your Friday day, your night, whether you're horsing or going out socialising. And I will see you Saturday if you're still my friend. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.